Hello everyone, Darren Gabbard here with 345 Auction. How are you? We have an auction coming up on the 1st of February, which is a Thursday, and the auction goes off at 7 p.m. That is going to feature some beautiful cameras. I have a couple of camera videos up already. I would suggest you go check those out on our YouTube webpage. But this one is one of the more unique cameras that I think I have ever seen. It is called a Stereo Realist camera. It comes out of Milwaukee, a company called the David White Company. And this really, it started back in the late 1940s. I'm not entirely certain when this was built, but the David White Company made these Stereo Realist cameras until the early 70s. And they were, this in fact was one of the highest selling models in terms of numbers throughout that particular period of time. This camera was developed by a fellow, I believe his name is called Seton Rockwhite. And he brought this design to the David White Company. And for a while, it was actually all the rage. And what it did was it used two lenses, you can see here, to create a stereo image. And those stereo images were the ones that you would put into the special viewers. You'd have two images right next to each other. You'd put the slides into the viewer and you'd look into the light, and you could see almost like a three-dimensional image. And that was made by one of these cameras. Interestingly enough, it actually had a rangefinder, and you would look through this rangefinder at the bottom here of the camera. It uses 135 millimeter film, and another thing that I found very interesting when I was doing the research for this particular camera was that, being a stereo projection, you actually had to have special equipment to do so. And the David White Company, of course, provided all of that. And you could do it yourself, you could send it in, you could project it either onto a wall or use specially made goggles, those glasses that you would hold up to your hand, to your face. And it's actually a pretty interesting setup. I'm not entirely certain even if they make 135 millimeter film, or 135 film anymore. But you can see the individual holes here, about 24 millimeters on a side. Very interesting. It even has a hyperfocal table here on the inside of the lid. Again, one of the more unique and interesting cameras that have ever come through the auction house here. And certainly this is one that I have never seen before. And maybe I can get this closed. If not, I'll just set it here. There we go. An interesting and unique camera coming up for auction on Thursday, February 1st at 7 p.m. I will put a link to this particular camera in the video description below the video window here, and you can take a look at a lot more detailed pictures than are available here. And this is going to be a very well-attended auction. If you are interested in unique cameras, I would definitely suggest that you check this out. And if you want to bid, you can register through the link that will be posted below. Once you are registered with 345 Auction, you can bid in any future auction with us. And we do have a lot of cameras that come through. If you're a camera enthusiast, always keep checking back, and we will give you updates and highlights of what comes up in our various auctions. So good luck.